beautiful people, good evening, afternoon, good morning. How you all doing? Welcome again to my channel. Please, I beg, before you leave, let me hit that subscribe button, please. What do I do? Please. Okay, straight to the video. I don't want to waste much time. I just want to bring to our notice, I just want to remind us that Christmas is fast approaching, and this is the time where we hear so many different things that robbery, accident, and all that, or whatnot. Please, let's not forget to be vigilant this period. Let's not forget to pray this period. Now, what happened yesterday in my house? I was in the house preparing to go to the market, but before then, I said, let me wash my children's shoes before leaving. So I was in my courtyard washing the shoes. All of a sudden, my husband just left the room, went to the back of the house where the generator was, and then started asking somebody, "What are you doing here? What are you looking for?" And the guy was like, "No, that he's just passing." No, like, "We are just passing. Why were you passing like that?" And I was like, like how? That he's just passing. "What are you doing in our backyard?" He said he came to look for his cap. And that's the cap in his hand, that he saw the cap already, so he wanted to go. Before my husband came out and started asking all these questions. Mama was like, "No, Oga, you carried your cap, but you were not just going. You were tiptoeing, number one. You were peeping. You were looking at our generator. You were looking at our meter. What are you doing here? What is your mission here?" By the time I rushed outside, I noticed the guy was looking somehow funny. When he saw that my husband was not joking again the way he was doing, his eyes became red, like person who is smoking igbo. He was, if you look at him, that there's guilt complex written all over him. He was somehow shivering and all that stuff, but he was still trying to be a man. And then they asked him, "You will not talk? Okay, let me call him." My husband now called me and said, "Bring my phone." Then he now brought out his ID card, that he was a NEPA staff, or he's NEPA staff. I mean, he's one of their staff. Man, I was like, if you're NEPA staff, you are not supposed to hide your ID card inside there. It's supposed to be on your neck. At least you're supposed to be bold. And again, number one, NEPA doesn't come out this early. If NEPA staff want to come out, they come out in pair, like they don't work alone. And if they're around, they'll make you know that they're around. They're always in pair, either 2 or 4. You understand? At least 2. And they'll bring it to your notice that they are coming to check something, either your wire, they are coming to check your meter for bypassing and all of that stuff. They'll make you know. But with what you are doing, it looks somehow. It's funny. And this guy kept insisting that I said, okay, that he came to look for his cap. Why you come here to look for your cap? That he came around to work for somebody yesterday. Who is the person he came to work for? Let's go there. And then the house he pointed, they took him there. He said, they asked what the man's name. He said he doesn't know his name, but they just called him to come and walk. Okay, fine, let's go. But guess what? Before, when they were busy arguing that with me, I don't want to go copy you come. Make the guy come go give my bobo hopper course. You understand? All these criminals, they can be dangerous. Because I looked at his pocket, I saw one sharp object like that. Afraid got me. I ran and called some neighbors. So I said, "Mona, come and come and see something that's happening here." Because it was only my husband and the guy that was there. Other men don't go to work. My husband was also in a hurry to go. You understand? He was taking breakfast at the same time, watching news in television, in the parlor, and then watching the camera, because the camera TV is always on. And then he saw this young guy coming, and then tiptoeing, and then peeping at the same time to see if somebody was in the kitchen or in the courtyard. If he was, I'm sure he was listening for sound so that he will know if the area is safe for him to operate. And then when my husband opened the door suddenly, he wanted to run, and then he called him back. That was when the interrogation started, and then he took him to where he said he came to work. When they went there, the man said he has never invited this guy to come and work on his meter before. That he only saw him yesterday when he went to his backyard. And then he asked him, "Oga, what are you doing here?" He said no, that he came to work on somebody's meter. Okay, and I said, "Oga, see your cap before for going, you no go pick him." This same boy told him that no, that cap is no longer useful to him. It's why the place that the cap fell. He said one dirty gutter like that he cannot put that cap on his head again, so he doesn't need the cap again. Then today, now when they caught him, what he said was that he came to carry his cap. The next neighbors started coming out, and then somebody identified him that this guy in particular has been harassing them in this area, down to other areas. And then when people, of course, now that kind of thing happen, people don't gather before you know, everywhere don't blow, news don't fly. The way news are be flying. So after 1 or 2 or 3 houses they went, the first person said he didn't come to work for him. Then what the only thing this boy could say again was that 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 means he has mistaken the man for somebody else. It should be the next 3 houses. And then the one went and knocked there again, called that same person, said, where are you from? I no call you to come work for me. You know, he kept telling different stories and all of that, so he wanted to find his way out. Then my husband called security to come and take. Before they called security, they called one NEPA guys to come and identify him. And when the guy was coming, he didn't know they called the guy. When the guy came and dropped on the bike, they asked him if he knows this person. He said no, he doesn't know that person. Say, hey. But this guy's a NEPA staff. He said, no, that guy's not a NEPA staff. Guess what? It was the real NEPA staff that the people know in the area that came around. They now called another main NEPA staff again, their main oga that was living around the area, to come and identify the guy. This same boy said he doesn't know the man, that the man is not even the NEPA staff. But meanwhile, these two persons that were called to come and identify if this guy was really a NEPA staff, this boy doesn't know them. And you claim to be working there. These are your superiors, you don't know them. And you claim to be working with them. You people go about doing something. And they now called them so that for you to see them one-on-one. You said they are not staffs. I don't understand. Where are you now coming from? To cut the long story short, they handed him over. He was still denying. Even as at the point of handing over, he was still denying. Until we went back, looked for that video, replayed it, and then showed it to the security. That was when in fact, he was dumbfounded. He didn't know what to say again because there's proof now. There's proof already. That's when people now started noticing that their switch on their meters has been missing. They don't know how. You will just come back home and say your meter is opened. Something is missing. And guess what? This same boy is like he has an informant there. When people come around to the office to report the case, this same him that will still come and do it and tell you that something is bad, your meter, bring money. He will do it. He will overcharge you. He will, in fact, if so many testimonies yesterday started coming out. And then all of it, and then he will just wait when he notices that people have gone to school, people have gone to work, environment is, calm, and then he will just come quietly and then remove what he wants to remove, and then he will leave. But then yesterday night in call phone, they catch him. I'm going to play the video for you, very short and brief. You will see it. What I'm trying to say, please, this period, let's all be vigilant. Let's all be vigilant, please. They are coming again. They have started again. Something has happened again somewhere around my area again. That something happened. They had to put ladder across to enter and steal. And before the people didn't even know what was happening, they only woke up and spotted that things is missing. So please, let's be vigilant at this period. Please watch the video. Watch the video and see how the boy was doing. Somebody that said he didn't come to see, that he was coming to check meters for him, or he was coming to check for bypass. Please watch the video. Then tell me what you think about it. For now, it's a girl, Mr. Ten, signing out. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. I love you.